Hey y'all, it's Kelsee Briana J, and I just wanted to come to you guys with this natural glam makeup look that I did. I wore this to the Kelsee Briana and Trey SONGZ concert last night, and it was absolutely a hit. The concert was amazing, so I just want to share with you guys this easy look. So let me break it down for you. So first, prime your eyes, and I'm using MAC's Land Low Paint Pot. It's an amazing base. You put it all over. It doesn't have any sparkle or shimmer, so it's not going to alter the eyeshadow color in any way. And you want to make sure that it's evenly applied. So next I'm taking Kid Eyeshadow by MAC, and I'm just going to apply that in my crease. And this is basically going to be a transition color. So I'm applying this with the 217 brush using back and forth windshield wiper motions, and I'm kind of buffing it in as I go. So it's a super easy step to do, but you definitely want to make sure you have a transition color because it really helps the colors just blend out effortlessly at the end. So I'm just doing the same thing on the other eye, back and forth, and the 217 brush is pretty dense, so it's definitely going to deposit a lot of color, which I like a heavier eye color anyways. So I think if you like more of a wash of a color, probably do MAC's 224 brush, which is a lot looser and it helps with that application, but I really like this one. So just back and forth motions, and I'm kind of swirling it outwards. Next I'm taking a 239 brush by MAC, and this eyeshadow is beautiful, y'all. It's called Butterscotch, and it's on their goodbyes list. So if you haven't gotten it yet, make sure you pick it up. So I'm packing that on the lid with the 239 brush, and I'm just putting a lot on there because I want this color to be very bold. It's so pretty and creamy and buttery. So definitely, if you have not gotten it yet, please pick it up. It is unlike anything that I have in my collection, and that's kind of rare for a neutral to be as unique as it is. It's just this really pretty butternut color, and it's called Butterscotch, so it's beautiful. So I'm just going back and forth between Butterscotch and my blending brush with no additional products just to blend it out. So I'm going double time right here just so the video is not 30 minutes long, and I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm packing it on the lid, and I'm just making it really, really pronounced and bold. So packing is just basically you pat the eyeshadow on and don't swipe it a whole lot, because when you do that you get more of a intense color and not a wash of color. So just go back and forth with your brushes, and I go back and forth to blend it out. So now using a 242 brush, I'm going to take rice paper, and I'm placing it right underneath my brow bone, and that is going to be my brow highlight. And going back with my 217 brush, I'm just going to blend that in with the transition color. Same thing on the other side. I'm just gently sweeping that right underneath the brow and blending it out, guys. It's super easy to blend. You definitely just have to go back and forth with eyeshadows and overlap. And here you see I'm putting a little bit more of the Butterscotch eyeshadow because it kind of got lost when I was blending it out. So now I'm taking a NARS eyeshadow, and it's so pigmented, so be careful with it. So I'm going to take that eyeshadow and really buff it near the lash line and start to curve it and make a C shape, because I want the shape of this eye to be very rounded. So basically I'm just creating that with my brush, and it doesn't take any fancy tools to do so. You just really have to draw your eye like that. So I'm taking a 242 brush and using the very tip, and I'm using the black, and I'm curving it out, and then I'm going back with the 217 and blending. So definitely gradually darken the brown because it's so pigmented, it can start getting out of control really fast. So I'm going back and I'm following that same shape that I just created, and I'm taking the C slightly above my crease. So I'm kind of redrawing where the crease is, and you see I'm not taking the brown so far in. What I'm going to do is gradually fade that into the transition color that I already placed. So now I'm just going back and I'm buffing out the edges so it just looks like a very blended look at the end. And I'm taking a little bit more of the eyeshadow and I'm putting it very close to the lash line, because once I apply my eyeliner, it's going to look very blown out. Okay, so moving on, I'm going to take a little bit more of rice paper because the underbrow highlight just wasn't intense enough for me. I am going to a Chris Brown and Trey SONGZ concert, and I am going to be like 3 rows in front of them, so they need to see it. So now I'm going to take nylon, and this is going to be an inner tear duct highlight, and I'm taking it with the 217 brush just because that's what I had close. And basically, I'm just going to place it on the inner corner. So now moving on to skin, I'm going to prep it first by misting it with Fix Plus and then prime it by using the Dior Show Primer all over the face and Skin Refine Zone right on the T-zone. I love how the Skin Refine Zone doesn't let any oil break through the foundation, and I like how the Dior Show Pore Perfecting Primer makes my skin so smooth. So now guys, this is my favorite foundation at the moment, and this is the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. It is so beautiful. I'm in the color 9, and I'm applying it with a Dior Beauty Blender, and it was already pre-dampened with waters, but I went ahead and sprayed it with some Fix Plus just because it had been sitting while I was doing my eyes, and I'm just basically rolling that on the skin, and it gives the dewiest, prettiest finish. But because I primed my skin so well at first, it's not going to get oily at all throughout the day. And I wore it to a concert, guys, and it still looks as flawless as it did when I first left the house as when the concert was over. So now for concealer, I used MAC's Pro Longwear Concealer, and we all know this concealer is the real deal. And I'm using it for a concealer and for a highlighter. So I picked a shade that's a good bit lighter than me, and I sprayed it again with Fix Plus and basically just blend it out. It's NW30, and now I'm setting it with Ben Nye's Banana Powder, which it does not let my concealer crease, and I really like this powder. At first I wasn't like, oh, I love it, but now I do. So now to set the rest of the face for a more natural finish, since I already have on full coverage, I'm using MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark. So now I'm going to do my eyeliner, and I do my eyeliner after I do my concealer mostly, and that is MAC's Chromaline eyeliner in Black, which I love it because it is smooth, creamy, pigmented, and it just lasts. It doesn't fade. Like upon the first application, you don't have to keep going over it. It's just black, and I love doing me some winged eyeliner with it, guys. It's just a rich and richly pigmented black eyeliner. So it's sold online and in MAC Pro stores. So if you get a chance, definitely check it out. I love it so much more than Black Track. This is a chromographic pencil by MAC, and it's called High Def Cyan. I thought I was going to do it, but I decided to do some eyeshadow at the bottom first. So basically, I went back with Kid, which was the first eyeshadow that we used in the transition. And I'm just taking it with a short shader brush, and that's MAC's 215 brush. And then I'm buffing it out with a 217 brush. And then I'm going to go in with that pencil, just because I feel like it needed a little bit of something underneath. And I didn't want to run the risk of putting the pencil down and then it getting too buffed in at the bottom lash. So I'm putting that on the waterline only. Y'all know I had to make those eyes pop for Chris Brown and Trey SONGZ. Okay. So yeah. Apply some mascara and just really do like one coat if you're going to do lashes. But do your normal routine. So now I'm going to set my brows to make them a little bit lighter. And I used MAC's Pro Brow Set in Quiet Brunette. So, and just make sure that you use it. Guys, I forgot the name of that contour powder. I'll have to put it down in the description, but just smooth it on out. And I like to contour with looks just because I feel like it gives it a little bit of oomph, and it makes your face look just snatched and beat. You can see the difference. But guys, you probably see this stuff in the back. That just means a haul is brewing. You see all those bags. I definitely have to record a haul video to put up because I'm tired of looking at that stuff. That's just how my room gets. So I'm taking a little bit of that contour and I'm putting it around the perimeter of my face and on my jaws. And I'm taking a little bit of a highlight powder. It's a natural highlight powder, and it's in the color Light Sweet. I love my MAC contour and highlight powder duo, and it's just like one of the best things that I have purchased so far. So now for blush, I'm using Ripe Peach, and I'm going to highlight with a shimmery highlight, and this one is called Opal by Becca with a fan brush. I'm taking a little bit on my nose just because I need Kelsee Briana and Trey SONGZ to see me, which they did because I was shining in that crowd, you hear me? So yeah, and then to finish it off, I'm adding a lipstick and lip gloss by MAC called Barbecue. This lipstick and lip gloss is absolutely gorgeous, so if you can still get your hands on it, definitely do it. But I hope you guys enjoyed the look. I had so much fun recreating it for you guys, and I had so much fun out at the concert. And to see my clips, go look on my Instagram, and I'll talk to y'all later. Smooches. Bye.